At the point where it intersects with the two diagonal axes, we change the direction and then to make another crease, which is also available. And then we continue to do this action, and then we'll end up folding a square. So we have finished 3 sides already. So when we fold up, we can use this intersection point as a reference. And then by using the horizontal line as another reference point, and also with the side of the paper as is a straight line, so you can do a partial crease first. Like this. And move to the other side of the paper. Doing the same measurement. And finally, we can use to connect these two lines together. So we can unfold it back. And after finish this square, we go ahead to finish the smaller square. Create a crease on all 4 sides. It is important to make good measurement and fold it accurately for the first few steps in order to make you easier to fold the other creases. So after folding the inner and outer square, you should result in a 3 by 3 square grid. And at this point, we turn the paper over. Now pinch up the outer crease line and fold this to a smaller inner square line. So this will result in a crease line which is halfway between two creases. Hold it back to unfold and repeat on all three sides. After this step, you should get a 6 by 6 grid, and it should have equal space between each square. So now, keeping the back of the paper facing to our side, fold the top part of the paper down through the diagonal line. So right now from the center, you can see there are like creases crossing down from the top left to the bottom right. So from the center creases, that will be a mountain fold, that means popping up, and from the second one next to it will be the one that goes down, which is a valley fold. This is what we did in the pre-crease, and it should be pretty easy to execute. So right now we open it up like opening the pocket, and then force out the pre-crease. And after that, we can lift the back part of the paper and then enclosure again. Repeat this on the other two creases. After you finish the model, the side of the paper, you should perfectly align with each other, or else that means they are not equally spaced between each part. So repeat this step on the other side. So opening it up from the back, and utilize the pre-crease that you just made. Lift the back part of the paper and close it for the first time. And do it for the second set of creases again. If you check out on the side of the paper, it should comes out like the fan shape with the zigzags aligned with other, like stacking nicely. So right now we can fold a crease line along the horizontal line connecting these two triangles. And then we fold the corner, the tip, back to the top. So right now we go ahead to open it up, and then we do a squash fold. And there's an alternative way. So as we open the paper, like this. The pre-crease we fold, we can see there's an irregular shape and there's a square in the middle. So we need to emphasize the one closer to the center, these two horizontal creases, to make it into a mountain fold, and the two other diagonal fold, and it will form a hexagon. It will be easier to fold it this way because this will fold along the crease pattern. By creating just a crease pattern, there's less opportunity to make a mistake. And let me strengthen these two horizontal creases. Okay, so after that we can start popping out this hexagon. And for the side of the hexagon, we don't need to care about the two horizontal lines first, but the diagonal lines. So let's check out one side of the diagonal line first. So you can see there are two squares, and we can make a Y shape to collapse it down. So we use the pre-crease of the two sides, like this, and then as long as we collapse it, we crease it until we hit the other diagonal of a small square. and then we'll create one side of the Y shape. So we do this on the other side. Like this. So for this corner, you may also consider doing both sides together, which makes things a bit easier. And then now you create the Y shape. So you collapse it left and right and smoothen the side using the pre-crease. So this is how we treat one side, and repeat on all the other three sides. After folding all these creases, you can push one of the side in towards the corner and then flip it back out along this axis. So eventually it will flip outwards. And we need to do this two sides at a time. Also using the pre-creases that you have made before. And smoothen out the crease if needs to. So at the end, the crease line should match nicely, and it should flow along like a straight line. And now we do the other part the same way. this is what you should see after this step. So at this point, we can take this tag away and continue with the model. So now we flip the model over. You can see the center line should be touching each other, and then use the corner on the left and right to fold it using this square and to fold it to the other side. Repeat on the other side. Fold it corner to corner. Next step, we create a crease from this corner, which is the diagonal corner of this little square, to one of the corner on the side. The way we do this, we can also use pulling the corner from the top to the corner on one of the bottom. So we smoothen out the crease. And align the paper. If the paper is like blocking on one side, we can pick it up and have a check. And add a pinch mark to make the crease easier to aim. And this will be the result from the corner of the little square up to the other side. And if we check the back, the two creases should be touching each other. And now repeat on the other side. After making these two creases, we flip the paper over again. From here, we can see there's a hexagon, and then we fold the hexagon up. At this spot, we can see there's a big diamond shape here. And then we fold two vertical creases from this corner down to the bottom. So let me turn the paper for easier view. And we can also use this diagonal line as a reference point to make sure we fold a nice horizontal line. and repeat on the other side. So after folding these two parallel lines, now we hook up this center axis until we meet the triangle creases which reach the edge of this paper, of this crease. So we change these two creases into a mountain fold, and from the side there are two flaps. We need to utilize one flap from each side to flatten it and to smoothen it along the pre-crease. And this will be the tail, and we can put it on either side. Now the hexagon should change into a diamond shape. Meanwhile, you can see all the other creases are connecting with each other and making a straight line, which is a good sign. And at this point, we fold this tail by half. And again, I turn the paper for easier view. So we can start it from corner to corner. This can make the easier marking. And then fold it by half. And the next step, we pull this up to change this corner here into something like a square base, while we scorch fold the tail, and then utilizing the pre-crease that we just fold. We can also do something like alternative, which is when we flip it over, we can fold the line on the edge to the center directly in order to make it more accurate. But first, we need to open up the tail part, push it down, and connect with the corner. For easier step 2. So now we flip it over. So this is mainly for the alternative method, and pull out the crease that we just had, and then align it with the center crease. This can make sure there will be no changing of, like, there's no distortion due to difference in layers of paper, which increase the accuracy. And repeat it on the other side. and this will be the tail.